I got lucky. I mean, what can I say? The inform market took a hit today. And I'm watching other traders in the community, big traders, great investors, some people that are the smartest guys in the community, take huge L's today with their inform investments. And even if you had asked me 36 hours ago, Elite, should I invest in Teo Hernandez? I would have told you yes. I would have said that's probably going to rise a lot. And today, all informs from Team of the Week 4 crashed. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Trading to Glory episode. Hopefully you guys aren't losing too many coins on informs. I have a Rafinha on my transfer list, but I went in a different direction. I invested in Frankie de Jong. It's the investment that I've been hyping up all week, telling you guys, oh, this is the card I'm going in on, and I'm totally all right with sharing my investments with you. The ones that work and the ones that don't work, totally all right with me. I'm fully transparent in this Trading to Glory series. But I know that a lot of you guys went the informed direction, mostly because the whole community was pushing it. We saw in the last 2 weeks that the informs got their lowest on Saturday and Sunday, and then they rose a bunch on Monday and Tuesday, and a lot of them continued to rise out of packs, so they ended up being great investments. But this week, it did not go that way. In fact, I think it has a lot to do with the no-loss glitch. A lot of people were going out in no-loss glitching the weekend league. Which means, and I'm not sure exactly how they did it. I didn't look up how to do it. I never did it myself. But you could go into Weekend League, and somehow when you go down 1-0, you could quit the game. The other person gets the win, but you don't get a loss. So if you think about it, there's going to be more people getting higher rewards because there's another person quitting at 1-0 a ton. So they're going to get more of the rewards that you get for getting rank 3, 2, 1, which is a premium Team of the Week pack, which is 3 Team of the Week cards tradable, guaranteed. And then everybody that's no loss glitching, well, of course, they're going to go ahead and go 20-0. Most of them, at least, are going at least 12-8 if they're trying to hide it, maybe 16-4. But so many more people got the best rewards this week than you'll ever see ever again. So there's so many more of those Team of the Week packs that people are opening, and that hit the market today. The supply was quite crazy. And we saw Teo Hernandez and all other informs drop quite a bit. This card peaked at one point last night. It was about 215,000 coins at the late time in the night. It was about 215K. Most of the day it was sitting at about 205. It got all the way down to this, 190. Now, after tax, you've got to add another 10,000 coins. So if you bought at that 205, you're losing the 15K on what the card dropped, and then another 10K on the tax, which means that if you sold during the panic, you lost 25,000 coins after tax, which is terrible, right? It's definitely not what you want to see. Now, at this point, Teo Hernandez is slowly going back up, and that's something that you're going to see with every single card from informs, especially after a panic selling like we saw today. So many people panicked on the Teo Hernandez, on the Rafinha, on the Milinkovic-Savic, on the Depay. Everything went down, and well, he's back up 15,000 coins to what he was sitting at yesterday. So at this point, if you sold, you'd only be losing out on tax instead of losing 15K plus tax, which is definitely not as bad. But he should continue to go up now. But one thing I'm warning you of is Tuesday. It's been known as sell day for the last couple of weeks, and it's been working. But there is some rumors of UCL marquee matchups coming out on Tuesday this week. Now, I know I told you guys there were rumors of it coming out 2 weeks ago on Tuesday. There's no evidence to support it. But there is a rumor, because of the fact that the road to the knockouts is out now, that those cards, when are they going to put them in, right? We've already seen 2 group stage matches for UCL come out, and we haven't seen the blue cards for UCL Commons and UCL Rares come out, so it would make sense to drop all of that on Tuesday. Now, I want to show you guys the investments that I made, remind you guys of them, show you the ones that I took L's on, because I'm totally all right with showing you my L's, and then showing you guys the dubs as well, which is what this series is all about, show you guys the investments that work, showing you why they work, in making sure that you can execute on those as well and make yourself some coins. Here's an investment that straight up did not work. 50,000 coins on Rafinha. Boys, that was way too early for me to pick that card up with all the supply. A lot of people are in the same boat here. So if you're in this boat where you're losing coins on Rafinha, don't panic. Guys, let's go ahead and see if we can get our coins back on those cards, because that's what a lot of people have been shooting for, is just trying to get your coins back on the investments. And this Rafinha got all the way down to about 39,000 coins. He's about up to 43,000 now, so he's already up about 4,000 coins, maybe 5,000 coins in price from his lowest point. So instead of losing 10,000 plus 2,000 tax, so instead of losing 12K per card, you'd be losing, it looks like, about 7 or 8K per card if you sold right now, which we're not going to do still. The Teo Hernandez card we just looked at, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that I didn't actually buy that card last night. I picked him up during the panic today at 189. So we're looking pretty good on that Teo Hernandez. And in Nkunku, although he hasn't risen a bunch, he's about 47,000 coins now. And I've got a shadow card on him, so we should be good. The real investment that we made here on the Trading to Glory was De Jong. And I picked up 18 of him. And there are all of them right there. 18 De Jongs, we got them for an average of 103,000 coins over the course of the 18. I got one for like 98K, got one for 107,000 coins. So it ranged a little bit, but De Jong, even though he was in packs just like the Team of the Week cards, he wasn't in the premium Team of the Week packs, which everybody was opening today, which is why he didn't get hit quite as hard. But you might be asking, well, if you take a look at Kevin De Bruyne didn't rise like De Jong. I mean, they're both meta center mids. They've got some decently similar stats. De Bruyne's probably better. Why wouldn't De Bruyne go up? And it comes down to complementary links. Once again, guys, complementary links are some of the most underrated investment strategies to use in FIFA in general. Kevin De Bruyne, he was about 170,000 coins a couple days ago. Well, he's down to about 150,000 coins now. He didn't have any links to the current Team of the Week. I guess other than a Rafinha orange link, it's not what a complimentary link is going to bring you. You're going to look for those hyperlinks or those green links in the right mid right back position, or in this case, guys, De Jong, who gets a link to Fekir on a weak link, but more importantly, a hyperlink to the informed Depay, which everybody was getting out of their red picks. Not me. My red picks were terrible. They've been really bad both weeks so far. But the 100K pack has been decent to me, so at least it made it up a little bit there with that Mukiele pack pull that you see. And the Milito. Also, I've packed him in a 100K pack. So we're doing all right with the rewards, just not in the Team of the Week cards. Haven't packed anything out of the Team of the Week cards yet. But De Jong, he gets that hyperlink to Depay. So there's a lot of people building La Liga teams right now. They might be trying to go out and get that Benzema SBC and the Fekir SBC. And then a lot of people are actually getting Ousmane Dembele. That's another card that was a really good investment. And it makes sense because he gets a strong link to both Depay and to Fekir. Gets the strong link to both of them. So the card that was about 60,000 coins is all the way up to about 69,000 coins now. And after tax, you're looking at about, what is that, about 6,000, 7,000, no, it wouldn't be 7,000 coin tax. It'd be about 3.5K tax. About 3.5K tax, you'd be making about 6K per card, which is actually pretty solid right there. So that was another good investment on a complimentary link. Those cards are a lot safer. Remember the checked boxes, and I've been trying to really remind you guys about checking the boxes off. Checked box 1, is it meta enough to be used? If that is checked, that's step 1. The second box to check off, is it complementary linking to a card that people are hyped up about right now, whether it's an Inform and an SBC? Frankie de Jong checks that box. Is it out of packs? It's not out of packs. So we only check 2 of the 3 boxes, but most of the time when you check 2 of the 3 boxes, you're looking good, all right? If you find that gem of a card that's got a complimentary link, out of packs, and it's meta, that's the perfect investment, guys, which is kind of why I wanted to try out Nkunku, despite the fact that I don't think the complimentary link on Nkunku was really that strong. It was to Gvardiol, the center back. Nobody's really doing Bundesliga teams this year, so I didn't expect it to rise a ton, but I wanted to try it out and just see if it would work out, and it hasn't not worked. It has made me profit, just not very much, so I'm glad I didn't go in too heavily on that. And you might be asking, well, Elite, why do you only have 20,000 coins right now? It's because why would I sell these cards right now? Why would I sell any of these cards right now on the market. Everything's low. We're waiting until at least Monday to sell some of these cards off. And I'll list some of them overnight tonight, and we'll see if any of them sell for a little bit more than what they actually go for. Maybe they rise to a certain point in the night. It's definitely worth doing. People will buy cards for way more than they go for. Lazy buyers are OP this year. I've seen people sell these Rafinhas for 70, 75K. I've seen people sell Memphis Depay informs for 30K over what they actually go for. People don't pay attention, and you can profit off of that. So I've got all of these cards here. They're listed for well over what they actually go for currently, and we're making some bank if any of them sell. The Rafinha for 61, the Nkunku for 55. It's got a shadow at CDM. It could work. Mukiele for 85. De Jong, all of them for about 140K, and we can relist for an hour. And the Mullers as well. We've got those cards up for 32,000 coins. Milito's about 70K more than what he goes for. And you should always be listing these cards, even if they're passive investments and we're waiting for them to go up over the course of the next 12 to 24 hours. You are fine to continue to list them for lazy buyers. They will come through and pick up one of those cards. De Bruyne, we know he's 150,000 coins right now. I will happily list that for 171,000 coins, and we'll see if he ends up getting bought as well. Speaking of UCL marquee matchups, which again is still speculative, these are in the game. And if they're not going to drop them this week, I don't know if they're ever going to drop them. But if they drop this week, it can't hurt to pick up some discard investments on those cards. And some of the main matches this week are like Dortmund versus Ajax, Atletico Madrid versus Liverpool, PSG versus Leipzig, I guess, is a pretty big game, despite the fact that Leipzig hasn't been doing all too well so far this year. I think those two right there, Ajax, Dortmund, and Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, are probably my two favorites. But, you know, Lille, Sevilla, that's not bad. Besiktas, Sporting. Porto, Milan, actually not too bad of a game either. And EA can go with whatever they want. That's the thing. But they normally go with the bigger games, which I think are these two right here. PSG versus Leipzig is also a pretty big game as well. But with that being said, it can't hurt to go out and club stock some of the players from these teams, like Dortmund and Ajax and Liverpool. Who is Liverpool playing again? Atletico Madrid. So you can go out and get some of these guys and just put them in your club. And if you want to take the risk, you can obviously buy, 400 of them and have them sit on your unassigned, or buy 100 and put them on your transfer list. But that would be pretty devastating if it didn't end up getting a UEFA marquee matchup. Here's the thing. You got to question, is the risk actually worth it to go with some of these cards, picking them up, and I would suggest going gold instead of these bronzes, and picking them up, throwing them in your club? You could probably get them on bid for pretty close to discard price. The return on investment will be huge. I mean, you could easily triple, quadruple. I mean, let's be real. There is a chance that they will tenfold in price, going from 300 to 3,000 coins if they're needed specifically in a squad building challenge, like you need 3 Liverpool players and 3 Atletico Madrid players, which they've done in the past. So it's definitely possible, and people aren't really prepared or thinking about it right now. So it could be one of those low-key things that at least we'll go ahead and club stock here in the Trading to Glory, and then we'll have them in our club to sell if they do end up getting into marquee matchups. To finish off today's video, let's talk about Inform SBC Fodder, because while every other Inform in the game was dropping in price, these cards, like Muller, who we got for 19.5, 18,750, and 19,750, under 20K on all 3 of them, those cards haven't dropped. None of the SBC Fodder has. In fact, if you take a look at Thomas Muller, he's actually up in price already. Because of that Fakir SBC, that is one of the reasons people are continuing to finish that SBC throughout this week. And the fact that it's just so close to the price of regular 88 rated. If it's that close to the price of regular 88 rated, you know that an Inform that's going out of packs, and in fact is often a requirement for SBCs itself, that's going to be a great card to pick up. And we knew that, and that's why we picked up a Thomas Muller. He's already up 3,000 coins from 20K, which is already profit zone for us, but he's going to continue to rise, especially once he's out of packs and more SBCs drop. But we can take a look at some of the other SBC Fodder Informs, because that's not the only option, guys. There are a few more. So let's go ahead over to FUTBIN and take a look at our current team of the week. because there are options here. As you guys can see, we've got Oyarzabal here, who is only 16,000 coins, a little bit cheaper than Muller, obviously a lower rating. If you compare that to the ratings of 86 rated cards, it is a little bit of a disparity. 8.4 thousand is the cheapest 86 currently, and that's about, nearly double of that price at 15,750. But I mean, it hasn't been much lower at any point. There's still an opportunity to get in on this card. And again, it's going to be great links, great SBC fodder as time goes on. It's worth at least pick up one of them and throw it in your club. All right. At the bare minimum, if you're watching this video, throw one in your club and forget about it, right? It's going to make you some coins. Some other cards in the current team of the week that might be SBC fodder. Bastoni. He's 85 rated. He's 13,000 coins right now, guys. 13K for an 85 rated Italian center back. You know people are going to link that to Chiellini, Bonucci, Donnarumma maybe if people use him as SBC fodder in the near future. And it says he was 9.9K on Wednesday, which is just not true. That is actually what he was. There we go. 16.1K. That's what he was on Wednesday. And then he got as low as, it looks like 13K. So he's slightly above what he was, but realistically, you can still snipe him for 13K or less. No problem at all. Again, pick up one of them, forget about it. It's literally free money as time goes on. Any others in this team of the week? Keylor Navas is probably going to end up being great SBC fodder. He's 89 rated, 27,000 coins for him, guys. And if we take a look again at the cheapest players by rating, we scroll down to the 89 rated. I don't know if you guys can see this on your screen. Let me go and scroll that over for you. Because it's a little bit tough to see them on the right side. But yeah, there it is. Navas is the fourth cheapest 89 in the game. Courtois is the cheapest at 24K. Casemiro at 24. Benzema at 25. Navas at 27. It's free money. It is literally free coins, guys. Pick up one, forget about it. Or if you guys think that these cards will be needed a lot in SBCs in the near future, I think by the next time there's Player of the Month, that could be a shout. But obviously, you're going to have to wait, about 3 weeks for Player of the Month SBCs to start making their rotations and making their rounds in the game. Because most of the time, the Player of the Month cards, they all drop within the same week. We saw Koulibaly. What else do we see? Florian Wirtz. We saw Gus Thiel. We saw Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema. They all dropped within a week of each other. So that's normally right about like a week into the month. So around November 6th, 7th, somewhere around there. If I take a look at the calendar, I can actually give you an exact date on when I think it'll be. Somewhere around November 5th could be the earliest it drops. November 12th at the latest is when they'll start dropping. So keep an eye out for that. Again, 3 weeks away. But that's when the next wave of Player of the Months come through, and that's when SBC fodder is really, really going to start skyrocketing in price. But it could happen sooner. If EA drop more good SBCs like Nabil Fekir, they will rise. They will continue to rise. And since so many people did Nabil Fekir, and a few other people have done, Koulibaly, De Ligt, Wirtz, and all the other SBCs, a lot of people are low on SBC fodder, which is why Fekir actually rose the market. If everybody still had SBC fodder in their club, then the market wouldn't rise due to it because people could use the supply in their club. They don't have that anymore. So every SBC from here on out, if it's not too spread out, should just drain the market and make the SBC fodder rise over time. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If it did help you out, make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment the word asparagus down below. I don't know if there's an emoji for asparagus, but use it if there is. And comment that down below to prove you made it to the end of the video, and I'll make sure to drop a heart on every single one of those with the word asparagus in it. I appreciate you guys making it to the end of the videos. You guys' support has been unreal recently. And yeah, don't forget to drop a like on the video before you head out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.